Welcome back to my React crash course lesson number 5, and in today's video I'm going to be going over how to clean up your code. So we're going to be creating a file called data.js, and in our index JavaScript file we can see how much cleaner our code looks, and I'm going to go over the map method too. And before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe so that you don't miss upcoming React lessons, comment down below if you have any questions, but now let's get started. And so now I'm going to talk about how to get rid of all of these objects and how we can clean all of this up by using a method called map. And it's very similar to the for each method, but now let's see how to get rid of all of this right here. So let's go to our source and make a file called data.js if you don't already have it. And in there, what we're going to do is we're going to write const, and let's name it videos, and that's going to be equal to an object. And so in this object, what we're going to have is we're going to have arrays. So each array is going to have a video. So now we can put that in here. Let's fix all of this stuff. So this is what it's going to look like. And so basically we're going to have multiple objects. So each object is going to be our video. So we can just copy and paste our objects from there without their name. So let's do that. Now I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to copy it with the brackets and make sure that you add a comma. Add some space in there. And then we have one more. So let's go ahead and do that. Add a comma. And I forgot about the brackets. So I'm just going to add them. And so now that we have this array with each object being a video, what we're going to do is we're going to export this. So we're going to write export, and then we have the array here. And what we're going to have to do is, let's actually delete all of this first. So let's do that. I'm going to comment all of this out. And we're going to have to import the data from, or the videos from our data. So I'm going to do export videos from, and then we're going to have to write data like this. And before we move on to the map method, I'm going to explain to you how all of this works. So let's go to our data.js. So what we did is we created a new file, a new JavaScript file, and in here we have a variable called videos, which is going to be an array. And so in this array, what's happening is we have 4 different objects, and so every single object has the same variables but different values. So we can see that every object here is going to have a thumbnail, a logo, a title, a channel name, and also views. But the only difference is going to be the values. So we can see that every single thumbnail here is going to be different. The logo for the YouTube channel is going to be the same in my case, but you get the point. So this is basically just an array of objects. And what's happening here is we're exporting this array, which means that we're going to be able to use this array outside of this file. So in our index.js, we're importing videos, which is going to be the name of our variable here. So we're exporting videos from our file here. And let's say that I rename this to something else now. So I didn't like videos and I want it to be video now. Let's actually do that. I'm going to console log this real quick. So console log videos. We can see that we're going to get all of our videos here. But if I change this to something else like video and save, we can see that we get an error. Because here we're exporting a variable called video. And here we're trying to import a variable called videos, which doesn't actually exist in our file here. So that's something that we need to keep in mind. I'm going to change this back to videos. And so now that we're done with that, let's take a look at how we can fix this. So when we're console logging videos, we know that it's an array, which means that if I do something like this, we're going to get the third object. So what we can do is we can use the for each method. But in React, we use a method called map, which is a lot nicer because what it does is actually it creates a copy of the array. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. When we write it, we have to use the curly brackets because this is going to be JavaScript inside of our HTML here. So let's go ahead and use that method. I'm going to write videos.map. We're going to use the round brackets, and then this here we're going to name every single video. So I'm just going to name this video, and then here I'm going to use the arrow function, and let's just console log video for now. So console.log and then video, and now we can see that we're going to get a console log for every single video. But now what we can do is we can actually return a video. So let's go ahead and do that. we're gonna return a video element. And here, all that we're gonna do is we're gonna pass in our video. And this should work now. And it doesn't work because I forgot to return that. So we're gonna return it. And now we're gonna get all of our videos. So let's actually open this like that. And we can see that we have 4 videos now. So now we can delete all of this. And I'm gonna actually just do this. And now we finally clean this code up and it looks a lot nicer. And if you do want to add more videos, what you can do is go back to your data.js file and then you could just copy and paste another one here. So copy and paste. You're gonna have to change the thumbnail obviously and everything else, but if I save it now, we can see that we're gonna have 2 of these videos because I copied it. And now we can see that everything looks the exact same way, but in our code, it's a lot nicer and it's so much easier to read and actually work around here, which is why I made a separate video on how to clean up your code. It's really important to know how to do that. But what I'm gonna go over in the next video is how we can add event listeners. So every time we're going to click a video, the views are going to increase, and we're going to do some other stuff, which I'm not going to say because it's a secret. So make sure that you watch that video if it's up, but if not, then make sure that you stay tuned for it. And so that's going to be for this video. So I really hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the dumbest upcoming React lessons. Comment down below if you have any questions or any particular React videos that you want me to make. And hopefully see you in the next video.